Shalom, shalom. Call HALALYAM La, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, and teacher of well. Peace and salutations be to the hopeful elect. Brother Tazom Gabar, coming to shoot another lesson. And it's going to be a quick hit. This is going to be going into, it's going to be titled, Remember the Curriculum. It's going to be titled, Remember the Curriculum, man. And we're going to get started in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 12, and verse 20. And Samuel said unto the people, Fear not, ye have done all this wickedness, yet turn not aside from following the Lord, YAHAWASHI, but serve the Lord, YAHAWASHI, with all your heart. You know, you serve the Lord with all your heart, you are serving Him in truth and in spirit, you know. Scripture talks about the true worshipers shall worship YAHAWASHI in truth and in spirit, man. You know, not carnally and not in falsehood, you know. It goes on, and turn ye not aside, for then should ye go after vain things, which cannot profit nor deliver, for they are vain. So, you know, this truth, man. You gotta continue in this truth and keep going after, you know, YAHAWASHI. And it's spiritual that I say YAHAWASHI because some people got the wrong names. Some people don't even have faith in the name. Some people say the name YAHAWASHI with no faith. You know? You gotta really have faith in that name, that's the Lord, you know? Because these different names, from different names stem different doctrines, you know? But you gotta remember, we got elders ahead of us that's, you know, we got elders above us that's been looking out for us, man, looking out for our souls. You know, they set down the path for us, and really YAHAWASHI set down the path, and they've been walking on it, and we came after them, and now we gotta follow them on that path, man. You know, and it goes in order. There's an order in this thing, man. All the way from the head of your camp, you know, to the second head, to the third head, and on down, man. You know, because there's age in this truth. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta follow after that path and turn not aside, man. It says, actually, let's it'll not go into the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned. You know, he says what? Continue in what you've learned, man. Now we've learned from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, you know, the truth, the 144% truth. You know, and Scripture's telling you to continue in those things. Don't, you know, don't start looking at other doctrines. Don't be eating from different tables. Scripture talks about eating from different tables, man. I'm gonna grab that in just a minute. Let's see. Eating from many tables. Alright. Now it goes back and 2 Timothy 3 and 14, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of. So we've been assured of these things, man, of this doctrine. This doctrine is a pure white garment, man. You've been assured. You know? You also gotta build your personal relationship with YAHAWASHI, and the Lord Himself is gonna assure you, you know? You're gonna know, oh man, the Lord bless me. The Lord bless me with this, the Lord bless me with this, and you're gonna be thankful, man. You're gonna know, yeah, this is the true doctrine, man. You know. It says, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. Now, like I was saying, we learned them what? From the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, man. And they were following after the path of YAHAWASHI, and we must do the same. You know, this isn't about you. This truth isn't about you, man. The world doesn't revolve around you. Okay? Don't try to be that Batman and the guy that can do it all on his own and, you know, holier than thou. It doesn't work like that, man. There's order in this thing, you know, and there's a curriculum that we must follow. Don't think that you've been just, you know, you can't just go thinking that you, all of a sudden you know, got on the Revelator and you know, because then what? You're going to start bucking up against the elders. You're gonna start doing all sorts of shit out of order, man. You're gonna run and you're gonna end up falling out of the doctrine. You're gonna end up falling into your own doctrine and teaching your own, vain philosophies and, your own deceits. Scripture says evil men shall wax worse and worse. Deceiving and being deceived. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So, if you can't continue in the curriculum, it's because you have an order problem. Not only an order problem, because what? You think you're the big bad wolf, man. You have a pride problem. You think you this and that. You think you the man. You're not. We're all in lowly bodies. We're all in fleshly bodies, man. Don't think you can be the lone soldier that's going to save the day. It doesn't work like that. We need each other, man. As brethren, we need each other. Be thankful to the Lord that you have brethren, man. A lot of brothers don't have brethren around them, to keep them in their paths, man. To keep them on the pathway. A lot of brothers are alone and still sticking it through, man. And staying on that pathway. Some things are going to come along the way to distract you and take you off the pathway. But you got to be firm. Steadfast. You got to be able to keep moving on the same path, even though things are trying to throw you off of that path. And that's why we have brothers, man. Because we walk into the line, and the brother in front of you, the brother behind you, may see you falling off that path, and you're going to tap on your back, or he's going to tap on your chest and say, hey, this way. Keep going. This way. Come on. And that's what it is. It's a spiritual walk, man. I said, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of. Now you may have a long line of brothers in front of you. YAHAWASHI all the way at the front. Yet you can't see YAHAWASHI because there's so many brothers in front of you walking on that pathway. Okay, but it says, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. All these men in front of you are following after YAHAWASHI, man. So don't buck up against the order and don't get off that pathway, because you got to remember that's the pathway that YAHAWASHI has led. We're following on that rightful pathway, man, and that from a child that has known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith which is in Hamashiach YAHAWASHI. Alright, so that's how you know who we're following after, man. Okay, GMS has the 144% truth. That's the true doctrine. That's the curriculum. The elders have set a curriculum for us. They've broken down the scriptures. And the way they've broken it down is the way you got to be breaking it down, man. That's sticking to the curriculum. They set the curriculum. You just have to follow it. Plain and simple. The moment you start going off, you're going to have rebuke videos up against your ass, man. Before you know it, all of a sudden you can't take correction. All of a sudden you on the news, or you on the news, or you making your own videos and testimonies about how you was in a cult and you're not a part of a cult no more. You don't want to be that nigga, man. Because many men have fallen out and went straight to doing that shit, man. Making videos about, oh, I was in a cult, but now I found myself. When they was just in this truth wholeheartedly, calling upon YAHAWASHI, man. But niggas fall out and they go retarded. And why do they go retarded? Because the Lord has casted them out, man. The Lord didn't want him. And that's scary. The Lord chooses who he wants. We are blessed to have this truth. We're blessed to be walking on this pathway, because a lot of people can't even see the pathway. The Lord has made it invisible to them, man. They can't even hear the footsteps walking on that pathway. The Lord made their ears deaf to it. Okay? So you gotta understand, man. Stick to the curriculum. Don't buck up. Because the moment you do, you're fucked, man. Scripture says, lean not into thine own understanding. You're going to end up destroying yourself trying to lean into your own understanding. Or trying to become overwise. Scripture says, why shouldest thou destroy thyself, becoming overwise? You're not YAHAWASHI. You can't learn everything, man. You just can't. We are given limitations. The fact that you can stand up and jump and be pulled back down to the ground is a limitation. Gravity is a limitation. Time, that's a limitation. Age is a limitation, man. There are limits on these human bodies, and we all have one. So don't go thinking yourself to be any higher than that. If any man thinking himself to be above that which he is, he deceiveth himself. Roughly paraphrasing, man. You know, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord. Hold on, give me 1 second. It says, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of the devils. Alright, now we read, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. You can't be eating from too many tables, man. You gotta be eating from what? The one and true doctrine, man. You want to eat real food, or you want to eat different versions of the real food, man? You know, fake versions of the real food, man. You know, because you got food. Like, for example, you can be eating some steak, some premium grade A steak, real steak, you know, that you just cut up from an animal, cooked it, you know, and then you can be eating them steak out of them damn TV dinners out of Walmart. You know, that's not the same. Those are not the same. The TV dinner steak out of the Walmart, the Great Value steak, that's wannabe steak, man. But the real steak is the real doctrine. Alright, and these false doctrines are the wannabe real doctrines. They are all, you know, ideologies of different men, you know, and these heathens trying to take from the truth and make their own God out of it, man. You know, and other men, there are men that fall out of this truth and begin worshiping themselves, which, that's scary. That's just the spirit of the Lord put on you. All these niggas are literally we're walking. There's you know, there's only one pathway, man. There's only one pathway. Speaking in the spirit, there's only one pathway, and that's after YAHAWASHI. You know, everybody else are walking in circles right now. Imagine walking down a pathway in the snow, you know, following the foot tracks. And while you're walking on the pathway, all around you is just people spinning in circles, walking in circles, looking down on the ground, walking in circles, eyes closed, ears covered, you know, and you looking at them like, damn, these people are lost. These people really are lost. You know, there's this thing where the ants, there's a certain colony of ants. I don't know if it's just a certain colony or if it's all the ants, but I'm pretty sure it's just a certain colony of ants that they follow after a path. They walk down paths which were laid out before them already, so they just sniff the scent and follow down that scent. But if and all the other ants follow behind it. But if the ant gets off track, you know, if it loses its pathway, it begins walking in circles because it's following after its own pathway it already laid. It begins walking in circles until it dies. And if any other ant runs into that circle, they get stuck in that circle. It's called a death trap, an ant death trap, man. Okay, and they literally walk in circles. Big ass pile of ants walking in circles in the same circle until they die from exhaustion. That's the same thing with these damn 2/3, these damn heathens, wicked ass dicks, man. They're walking in circles until their death, man. Because what does the scripture say? I'll grab it instead of roughly paraphrasing. Alright, it says the book of 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. So these people walking in circles are being reserved until the day of judgment, you know, to be punished, man. But we walking on that straight and narrow path, which leads to salvation. Scripture just said it. You know, you know, if you stick to the curriculum, you're gonna become wise unto salvation. You know, That wisdom is going to lead you to that salvation, because you're going to know this is wrong, this is wrong, this is right. This is according to that one true path. This is going to keep me on the path, you know? And thinking that you can do this or do that alone, you're deceiving yourself, man. We all need YAHAWASHI, man. Alright? And your brothers around you, they're a big help. They're a very great help, man. They're all we really have in this world. Other than YAHAWASHI, man. But they're all we have in this world, man. Everything else, you don't even have your woman, really, man. You know? Our brothers are all we really have. Your woman, they'll betray you. Your brothers, they walking on the same path as you. If y'all both walking on the same path, y'all gonna always be with each other, man. They're gonna always be in agreement. They're gonna always be brothers. Because you're walking on the same path. You're not gonna betray each other. You know? That's just plain and simple. But if you're getting distracted from everybody else walking in circles on the other path, you know, which the brothers that are most vulnerable are the brothers that are at the end of the line. You know, that are just coming in. They're just getting on the path. Because there's not really brothers behind them. There's not many brothers behind them that can tap on their shoulders and say, hey, keep walking straight. You know? So that's why you newer brothers have to be especially careful. Stick to the curriculum. Ask questions. Ask other brothers that are above you, you know, about this or about that. But never sit there and battle these things within your mind. Battle what to do within your mind. Don't take your own advice. Scripture says do nothing without advice. Meaning you got to be in counseling with the brothers, man. You got to be talking to the brothers. Don't be a lone soldier. Because once you begin doing that shit, you're going to be walking on your own path before you realize it. The sky gonna crack and you gonna realize you've been walking in circles the entire time. You know? And the line that was being led to YAHAWASHI is they're already in the sky with YAHAWASHI. You're too late. You know? When the Lord cracks the sky, everybody gonna realize I've been walking in circles my entire life. Yeah. You've been walking in circles all your lifetimes. Okay? From the beginning. So that's really what I wanted to get into, man. Alright. Actually, hold on, let me grab this one too. This is yeah. Oh yeah. 2 Peter 2:10. It says, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh and the lust of uncleanness, and despise government. You have to be governed. Okay? You have to be led. Stop thinking of yourself as top dog. The scripture says we are entered into other men's labors, or other men's works. Stop thinking you just started this on your own. That's pride. You brothers really got to examine yourselves. Stop and think how you're moving right now. How am I moving right now? Would the Lord move like this? Would the Lord approve of me moving like this? Go to the brothers and ask, what do you think about me doing this? What do you think about me doing that? If I move this way, what do you think about that? They're going to tell you straight up, hey brother, you're getting off the path. That's going off the path. Stick to the curriculum. Remember the curriculum. You know, I've got the definition of curriculum so we know what I'm talking about, man. It says curriculum, the subjects comprising a course of study in a school or college. So look at that course, the word course. A certain area you have to go, you have to focus in. A synonym would be timetable, schedule, modules, you know, subject. It also says here It says, curriculum is what is taught in a given course or subject. Curriculum refers to an interactive system of instruction and learning with specific goals, contents, strategies, measurement, and resources. The desired outcome of curriculum is successful transfer and or development of knowledge, skills, and attitudes. So we're walking on a pathway to becoming kings. You know, it's an interactive system of instruction. You know, these people out here thinking they can follow their own instructions. The scripture says, you know, the heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? You know, it's desperately wicked. Desperately. So these bodies seek to do wickedness. Desperately. You know? You gotta fight that shit off and continue on the path. Alright? Because while you walking on that path, this body's gonna be seeking to run. It's gonna be seeking to get off the path and run in circles like everybody else. But you gotta beat your body into subjection. What does scripture say? Let me see. Keep my body under. Keep under my body. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 27. But I keep under my body. Meaning what? He's subduing his body. Something that is under you is subdued to you. So subdued by you or subject to you. I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I preach to others, I myself should be a castaway. You got to bring your body into subjection, because we walking on that pathway, and we calling out to these people running in circles, telling them to get on this path. You know, we telling them to walk on this path. But if you're doing the same shit they're doing, we can't really tell them that, can we? They're gonna say you walking on the same path as us, and you gonna look down and realize you've been walking in fucking circles. So you got to keep your body under subjection. You know, bring your body into subjection, force it to listen to you, man. We need discipline, man. Discipline is a must. Discipline must needs be, man. You have to have discipline. It's important. You know? Yeah, I wasn't on that. But let me get back to it. 2 Peter 2:10. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. You know? Because every man, they all believe in they walking in the right path, man. They all believe they're walking on the right path. You know? The heart is deceitful above all things, man. You know? It says, and despise, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh and the lust of uncleanness and despise government. So the Lord is governing this line, this pathway that we're following down, this true doctrine, man. You know? But if you despise it, you're going to walk away and do whatever the hell you want to do. Which is what? Death and destruction. That's going to lead to death and destruction. You know? Let me grab this. Let's see.
Bicep and
Damn, man, I didn't even know I was connected to the Bluetooth the whole time. So I can bear with me just a second, man. connect to the damn Bluetooth the whole time. No way. So this is alright, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 15 and verse 17. Before man is life and death, and whether him liketh shall be given him. Whichever you like, man. We walking down the path of life, and you walking on the path of death. Remember that death trap, the ant death trap. I think I'm gonna put a video up of it, of these ants just walking in circles until they die, man. You're gonna see some ants on the side already collapsed and dead from exhaustion. And this is just what 2/3 of our people are doing. It's 2/3 of our people are doing right now. Walking in circles until they collapse and die. But I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you, Akim and YAHAWAH, who listen in truth and sincerity. Seek the Lord in truth and sincerity. I want to say, call HALALYAM La, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAH. Until next time, Yasharallah, I say Shalom.